thank Christ that this movie is not part of the dark universe that Universal was playing on. That should have been turned invisible. The Invisible Man is a new science fiction horror movie that's directed by Leigh Whannell and stars Elizabeth Moss. Basically, this movie is about Cecilia, played by Elizabeth Moss, after escaping her abusive boyfriend. 2 weeks later, the abusive boyfriend committed suicide. And ever since that incident happened, she's happy with her life. She's got money received after that happened, until she finds out there's an invisible force that's haunting her that may be the fact that the abusive boyfriend isn't dead. He might have found a way to turn himself invisible. So this movie is a reimagining of one of those Universal monsters with the same name. It's more of a modern take. And yes, with Universal monster movies now, like, you know, movies like Dracula Untold and The Mummy, it didn't end off well. So I wasn't excited for The Invisible Man because I thought this movie could be the same thing. But on the other side, Leigh Whannell is a really talented screenwriter director. He directed a movie called Upgrade. Everyone says it's a better version of Venom, and I would absolutely agree. Even though I like that movie, I thought he's a really talented director and also screenwriter. He's mostly been with James Wan in his projects like the first Saw movie, the Insidious movie, so he's very talented. So that's the thing, I'm like, okay, maybe this movie won't be terrible because he is a very talented director. But also Blumhouse is producing this film as well, and they just did Fantasy Island this year, and that turned out not good. Guys, The Invisible Man is the best movie that Blumhouse has done so far in their decade. This movie is absolutely, so far, my favorite movie of this entire year. What I love about The Invisible Man is the whole suspense. I thought this movie is really terrifying at some stages, but not terrifying in the way it's like false jump scares or anything. They did jump scares effectively, and Leigh Whannell did such a great job developing this movie with the scares. I gotta say, Elizabeth Moss is fantastic in the film. This movie mostly follows her. You really do root for her character. You do feel sympathy for her character because she's a nice woman, you know, in the film. Like, she's just a nice woman, but she's just in this really shitty situation. And you do feel sympathy, and Elizabeth Moss, her performance is perfection. She just nails that role. Like, I haven't seen The Handmaid's Tale. I heard she's great in that film, but I have seen The Kitchen, and I would say she's the best part of that film, even though that film was freaking terrible. But I gotta say, the cinematography of this movie really stood out for me. We see a lot of those blank shots of like hallways and bedrooms, and it makes this movie more terrifying because the look of the movie, it looks very dry and dark. And it nailed it for most of the time in the movie. I would give props to the cinematography for this movie. I would say surprisingly the score was also fantastic. I don't think no one's going to talk about the score in the review. Literally throughout the end of the film, I'm not going to spoil, of course. The score at the end, I was literally mind blown. I walked out of the theater so shaking because of how amazing the score is. It's probably so far my favorite score in this entire year. The whole story of this movie was very interesting. It didn't bore me at all. I thought the movie is paced really, really well. Even though I do think this movie kind of drags on towards the end. There are like a lot of twists and turns, which you do expect. And it's not that it's bad or anything. They just kind of dragged on with the twists of the movie. Overall, I think The Invisible Man is probably one of my favorite horror films of the year, and honestly one of my favorite films of the year so far. This movie is suspenseful, it is thrilling, the cinematography is fantastic. Elizabeth Moss, perfection performance right there. This is a really great reimagining of a classic Universal monster, and I think this is one of the best monster movies that's ever came out so far. Even though it isn't really a monster movie, it's in that category, you know what I mean? I would say go see The Invisible Man on the big screen. Yeah, it's because of those flaws, I wouldn't count it as a masterpiece. When movies are flawless in my rating system, that is what I call a masterpiece. But it has a couple of issues, but so far The Invisible Man is one of my favorite movies of the entire year so far. So guys, let me know down below if you have seen The Invisible Man. Do you like the movie, hate the movie? Or you thought it's okay, just let me know in the comments below. That's my review for Invisible Man, guys. Make sure you guys follow me on Facebook, Stardust, Instagram, Twitter. Keep contacting me and make sure you guys subscribe to my channel to notify for my latest videos. And have a nice day.